Alright, welcome to my channel once again. In this very short lecture or video, whatever you might want to call it, we will be learning how to factorize quadratic equations very easily, very simply using Vedic mathematics. Alright, now if I just tell about a general thing, many of the students would actually find the Sridhar Acharya's formula more useful and easier to find out the roots of a quadratic equation rather than actually factorizing it. But again, those who practice a lot, they can just see an equation and they can just split it into two parts. It comes with practice. But still, using this Vedic trick, it would still require a lot of practice if you want to just observe something and get to an answer, but this will still help. This can help you save some time. Alright? Now, for this one, you will be needing two sutras, okay? Which pen should I take? I should take the blue, okay. So the first one is called the Anurupyena Sutra. This sutra will help us find two numbers that add to the middle term, multiply to the product of the first and last terms, and we'll find out more about this as we go. Adyamadyenantyamantya. Let me pronounce it again. Adyamadyenantyamantya. I'll not be breaking this down right now because I'm feeling a bit sleepy actually. This sutra helps us find the coefficients of the second factor by dividing the coefficients of the first factor into the quadratic's original coefficients. Basically, you find the first factor, using that you find a second factor. This reminds me of something called the reduction of order, which is valid for second order differential equations, but we are not going there right now. Okay, we are not going there. So let me just come down a bit and let me take an example, a very simple example. Okay, suppose we have 8x squared plus 26x plus we have 15 equal to 0. Now, when we say we want to factorize it, what's exactly what we want to do, right? We know that any quadratic equation can be represented in the simplified form of a into x minus, let's say, alpha into x minus beta, which is equal to 0, right? Alpha and beta being the roots. So what we want to exactly do is just solve for this form, right? So okay, let's try to do it. So the first step which we have to take for this is split the term b. Alright, just for the sake of simplicity, if someone is confused, this is called a, this is called b, this is called c. And generally a quadratic equation is represented in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, where you know that a should not be equal to 0, because if it is, you will just be getting a linear equation, not a quadratic one. Okay, so we have to break this into two parts such that, suppose we have a part, let's take m, and we have a part n, then the ratio between a and m should be equal to the ratio between n and C. So getting it now? That's the main funda which we have to do. The ratio between A and M should be the same as the ratio between N and C, and this is how you visualize it. What are M and N? The two parts of splitting this middle term B. Let's try to find the solution of this particular one. If I divide 26 into 6 and 20, 6 plus 20 is 26. What do you exactly find going on here? We find that 8 is to 6 gives us 4 is to 3 if we simplify that. 20 is to 15 gives us also 4 is to 3. The ratios are equal, which means using this division 6 and 20, we can get to the solution. So that is our first sutra successfully applied for this question. Now comes the second part. Okay. Second part, the second sutra, using this relation, we have to find the roots which we have. Maybe I'll want to change the color just to make things a bit more colorful. Always bring color to your life, alright? So the first root, okay, just a minute. So what's the ratio which we got? The ratio we got is 4 is to 3, right? The ratio we got is 4 is to 3. The first root can be found out directly using this. Okay, that was clumsy. The first root can be found out directly using this ratio. The first root here will be nothing but 4x plus 3. That is our first root. Okay. And now, if you want to find the second root of this, now actually we apply the second sutra, finding the second root using the first one. So what you have to do for this is, you have the original equation here. Let me just zoom out a bit. 8x squared, 26x, 15. You have to write the thing in this way. And I'm writing in a way so that you can visualize it properly. You have to write A, the term A, not just A, you have to write the term ax squared. And on this, you'll put a plus in between. You'll write the term C, which you have here. Okay? Now what you will do is, with this, you divide this term, and with this, you will divide this term. What do you get from this? The answer you get will be 2x plus 5. That is your second root. Yes, my friends, that is your second root. Okay? So, basically, also this is a very good feature of this whiteboard app. The faster you move your mouse, the eraser becomes bigger. So, yeah guys, this quadratic equation can be factorized as 4x plus 3 into 2x plus 5 equal to 0. If you want, you can just multiply them and you can check the answer. And this is how it is. This is that simple. In order to remember this, you need a few tries. In order to get hold of this a bit more, but you'll get it if you want to use it then. Or if you can master the Sridharacharya formula really well, you can just use that to improve your mental calculation. But I'm just showing you this trick which we have here. Okay, let's take one more example before we sign off for the lecture. If I take another example, which shall be, just a minute, suppose we take x squared plus 10x plus, what shall I take here? Let's take 16 equal to 0, right? The first step, divide it. Okay, now what do we see here? Let me use a different colors just to make things more intuitive. So here you see you have this already, and on this side you have 16. So you have to divide 10 in such a way that if you divide it into m is to n, 1 is to n will be the same as n is to 16. Okay, simple. Suppose you divide 10 as 1 plus 9. Are they equal? Well, not really. So this won't work. If you divide it as 2 plus 8, well, yeah, this works, right? 2 plus 8 will work. 1 is to 2, this ratio is also 1 is to 2. So the simplified ratio satisfying both of them is nothing but 1 is to 2. So now, if we want to find the first root, it will be nothing but x from this term plus 2. Okay, I'll mark here this one, right? X, this one, this from this one. This is our first root. Now if we want to find the second root, don't have to do much. You write x and 2 here, and with x you divide a. Just a minute. Okay, I just did ulta, I guess. Sorry for that. You take this term first. That's what I was thinking. Why would you get 1 by x? You take a, you take c. With this, you'll divide this. With this, you'll divide this. And the answer you'll get is x plus 8. So finally, we have got our answer. This quadratic equation can be represented as x plus 2 into x plus 8 equal to 0. Alright, that's it for this video. I took only 2 examples for this one. You should always try more examples, and then you should let us know down in the comment section what you're getting. And if you get some more experiments with the sutra, then yeah, always a pleasure to brainstorm. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care.